Become blind to time to slow life down. A recent web search for the term "how to slow down and enjoy life" returned 432 million results. Evidently, this is a topic that's on the mind of a lot of people. There's a desire to distance ourselves from the breakneck speed of daily life. Even if you are a workaholic who believes in powering through 16-hour days and always pushing for more effort and more productivity, there are times when you wish you could sit out the rat race and just relax for a spell. We all have our own unique reasons for wanting to slow down. Some people have worked long and hard for several decades. This is the time they feel they should be able to kick back and enjoy their remaining years. Others who long for a less hectic and demanding life are much younger. Yet they still appreciate the idea of slowing their racing minds, stepping away from a constantly busy world, and enjoying some downtime. Whatever your reasons for wanting a slower pace in your life, there's a simple answer. However, it's going to require that you do something that's totally radical compared to what the world expects of you. To slow down the world and enjoy as much time as you can really experiencing your life, you need to become blind to time. How many times a day do you look at a clock? Think about it. How many times in your normal daily routine do you check the time? For a lot of people, it's the very first thing they do each day. Even though they know what time their alarm clock went off because they set it the night before, they still look at their clock. A lot of people use the alarms on their cell phones. Though they know what time their display is going to show them when the alarm goes off, they check anyway. Fast forward to the end of your crazy, busy, hectic day. You're in bed and about to shut off the lights and go to sleep. What's one of the last things you do? Yep, you check the time. Our minds are constantly worried about time. What time do you need to be at work? Is it time for lunch yet? How long before you get off of work? Check the time and you'll know. When we're not working and our time is our own, we're checking the time even more frequently. You don't want to miss your favorite reality show, so you'd better check your phone to see what time it is. You're meeting your friends for lunch, and you don't want to be late, so check the time. For a number of personal and job-related reasons, we're clock watchers dozens of times throughout the day. How can you truly appreciate your life and what's going on around you if you're constantly worried about the time? Shut your eyes to time. Spend some quality time each day not worried about the passage of time. When you feel the urge to pull out your phone and check the time, don't. Get outside with Mother Nature or somewhere else where there aren't any clocks. Slow down. When you start to divorce yourself from a sense of urgency to know what time it is, you begin to notice what your life is really about. You can appreciate all aspects of your life, mundane and amazing, when you don't operate under any time constraints. The most efficient way to slow down and truly take part in your existence is to stop measuring time. Even the most plugged-in and constantly connected person has time in their schedule to throw clock watching out the window for a little bit. Do something you enjoy doing, that thing that you always do that causes you to lose sense of time. Spend some time with your friends. Schedule activities that have no time limits and that remind you about the truly important things in life, like smiling, laughing, being happy, and creating great memories. Constant clock watchers may not realize it, but they're watching their life tick away, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour. Doesn't it make more sense to live life and enjoy the experience while you can, rather than letting the passage of time dictate everything you do? Create a life where you can be blind to time at least a little bit each day, and you'll have more time to enjoy your life. How Mother Nature can help you slow down and enjoy life. The National Heart Association wants you to slow down and appreciate your life. One way they recommend doing this is by getting outdoors. They report the following findings of a study reported in the Frontiers of Psychology journal in 2014. Our modern-day brains crave Mother Nature. Though human beings long ago stopped living outdoors, we still have a positive physical connection to nature. When we don't spend enough time outside in the sunshine and in a natural environment, our health can suffer in a number of ways, both mentally and physically. If you spend just a little bit of time with nature each day, research shows you can lower your stress level. Just being in the great outdoors reduces episodes of negative thinking. You get a boost of natural energy, and you're less likely to feel depressed. Fatigue, stress, negative thoughts, and depression are all symptoms of our busy daily lives that require us to keep going and keep working, harder and faster. Spending a few minutes outside is the free and natural treatment for these symptoms of the typically busy and hectic life. Time spent consciously engaging with nature begs you to slow down and be aware. Researchers Janet Fry Talbot and Stephen Kaplan wanted to see what effect nature might have on human consciousness. In 1986, they reported their findings based on 10 years of tracking exposure to wilderness experiences. Participants of this in-depth study reported having little to no awareness of time when they were on some type of wilderness excursion. When they returned to their daily routines, they expressed a desire to slow down and simplify their lives. They mentioned that they wanted to consume less and had these beliefs because spending excessive time in nature gave them a better understanding of what truly mattered. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where your every moment wasn't occupied with worrying about time? Our current lives are driven by time. We have constant and relentless pressure to keep going and keep producing. We're told to work harder and faster. Road rage is rampant because we've been convinced we can't get where we're going quickly enough, even if we have all day to get there. Our personal and workplace relationships suffer because we've been programmed in our modern lives for constant motion. You can slow down the world and appreciate your life more simply by getting back to your roots. Though you exist in a modern world that's far from natural in many ways, you're still a natural being. Take some time to interact with nature, and you can slow down the crazy world you live in. This means less stress and a better appreciation of your life and your world. How to calm your racing mind, stop stressing, and enjoy life. That inner chatter never seems to stop, does it? Speaking of your inner voice, why is it so negative most of the time? And when is stress going to take some time off? It seems like there isn't an area of your life where stress isn't a common companion. When will you ever be able to actually enjoy your life? If you've had these thoughts, you definitely aren't alone. Modern day life is crazy busy. There are digital distractions everywhere, and we voluntarily ask for more every time we pick up our phones. Between our jobs, our family commitments, our friends, and other constant influences in our life, it seems we never have any time to call our own. If you want to slow your life down from its usual warp speed, good for you. Unlike a lot of people, you realize that the constant go, go, go of modern life isn't necessarily beneficial. Here are a few ways to reduce the time urgency in your life so you enjoy more control, less stress, and more free time to do the important things. Plan for pauses. When things are getting hectic, stop. Don't make a quick decision before pausing to think about it. You should also plan several pauses throughout your day. These don't have to be long periods of time. The busiest of schedules has room for several 5 or 10-minute breaks so you can slow down, de-stress, and calm your mind. Shh. We had to look up the correct spelling for this word, which means to be silent and quiet. What we're referring to here is the need for a stress-free, quiet space so you can slow down your racing mind and enjoy some downtime. Noise, chatter, music, and audible input from multiple sources can overpower your mind. It jacks up your stress system and can even have a negative impact on your body. Locate a quiet and calm space with few distractions where you can spend time during the day. Visualize a different reality. If you can't physically remove yourself from a busy, fast-paced environment, take a mental trip instead. Close your eyes and clear your mind. Visualize a place you find peaceful and calming. Go there in your mind. Immerse yourself in this imaginary experience totally to quiet the distractions, noise, and non-stop demands of the modern world. Slowing down is not just about physical speed. It also involves your senses. Give your senses a rest from time to time and slow down the flow of modern-day life. This gives you more time to de-stress and enjoy life rather than feeling like it's something you have to endure. Journaling can help you slow down your hectic, busy life so you enjoy it more and stress less. The idea of writing down your thoughts in a journal might bring a frown to your face. You could be like so many others who haven't taken a pen or pencil in hand to create any decent amount of written content in years. That's what your phone is for, right? Almost all laptops and desktop computers these days have speech-to-text software. Maybe you don't mind clacking away at a keyboard when you need to write. However you prefer to formulate letters, words, sentences, and paragraphs, taking the time to do it can help you experience a more rewarding and fulfilling life. The written word is very powerful. In a Psychology Today blog post published March 19, 2021, retired ultra-endurance athlete and science writer Christopher Berglund talks about the benefits of handwritten notes. A comparison was made between the act of writing something down on paper with a pen or pencil and doing it digitally on a mobile device. Participants' brainwave activity was monitored and recorded with neuroimaging technology. The findings showed that analog notebook use, writing something down on paper or in a notebook, activates multiple brain regions associated with optimal memory encoding and subsequent retrieval more robustly than using digital devices. That's a fancy way of saying your brain activity gets an overall boost from manually writing that it doesn't quite receive from recording the information digitally. That increased brain activity includes a better ability to retrieve the written information later. Your memory improves. So if you want to slow down and get more real enjoyment out of life, start by writing out your feelings and experiences. You don't have to do this in a physical journal, but you're going to get more out of the experience if you do. Record, review, respond. Keep a journal on you at all times if possible. You might be able to tuck a small notepad into your purse or your pocket and then transfer that information to a larger journal later. The idea is to record times in your day when you feel rushed. Also, record your feelings that accompanied those stressful situations. In addition, make sure to include the times during your day when you smiled and laughed. What made you happy? Write down the positive feelings that accompanied any experience where you didn't feel stressed out, rushed, and operating under some kind of time constraint. Review this information every night. Look for patterns. Respond to this data by making changes in your life. What unnecessary things do you repetitively do that are causing negative emotions and experiences? What can you do more of? The things you've noticed in your life that lead to joy and happiness. What you'll find is that many of the activities which cause you to feel negative and stressful are unnecessary. You can get through your life just fine without doing these things. Replace the time spent on these pointless activities with those things that make you feel happy and fulfilled and purposeful. This is a powerful way to slow down life so you actually get a chance to experience it. Start journaling if you want to get more out of life. This can help you slow down the frenetic, fast pace of your daily routine so you can start participating in your life rather than just flying through it. Be the rogue hamster that refuses to climb back onto his wheel. Poor hamsters. They're stuck in their tiny cages with a lot of energy to burn. Hamsters in the wild are constantly on the move. They may not be speed demons, but they're always going here and there. Wild hamsters have large territories which take up a lot more space than the few square feet pet hamsters have to call home. If you've had one of these whiskered rodents as a pet, then you're probably familiar with the iconic hamster's wheel. If your pet hamster was kept in your bedroom, then you're all too familiar with the seemingly ceaseless nighttime runs your energetic hamster would go for on his wheel. It seems like that little guy never tired of running on that wheel and getting nowhere. Our lives are much like that of hamsters sometimes. We go and go and go and don't make much progress. Blame it on the demands of modern living or whatever you want. It seems the more energy we expend and the faster we go, the less we get accomplished. Something else happens as well, and it's just as unfortunate. Ask a constantly busy person who's always running around like their head is on fire how many smile-inducing, uplifting, enjoyable moments he's had recently, and he'll look at you like you're crazy. He doesn't have time to enjoy life. He has too much to do. He has this idea because society often demands that you always seek to do and achieve and experience more, and that doesn't allow you time to appreciate and enjoy your life. Embody the protest hamster. Be the hamster that wakes up one day and says, "I've had enough. I'm not getting back on that wheel. I'm going to lounge around and enjoy myself for a change. No more constantly spinning my wheels, pun intended, and getting nowhere. It's time to slow down and enjoy my life before I don't have any life left to enjoy." Protest your busy life. Slow down and actually take a look at what's happening. We're only here for a brief amount of time. Shouldn't that time be spent creating wonderful memories rather than trying to get through life as if it's some type of punishment? Stop and smell the roses. Run around in the rain like you did when you were a kid. Treat yourself to that decadent dessert you love every once in a while. Chase that dream you've always had, the one you said you were only putting on the back burner for a little while, but something you haven't thought about seriously in years. Look around. What are some of the wonderful blessings you have to be so grateful for? Are there people in your life who deserve recognition for being so amazing? Tell them how great they are. Spend time with them. Crash out on your couch or your recliner and do nothing at all. Take some time to watch the sunrise. Watch it set. Take up a hobby. Jump off your pointless hamster wheel that rushes you to the end of your life without letting you experience the journey. Get off the pointless hamster wheel that modern life says you have to run on, simply to earn the right to run on it some more. The most precious commodity in life is time. None of us are guaranteed any amount of it. Be appreciative of the time you've been given by spending it doing things that promote joy and happiness instead of rushing through what time you have.